Okay. Welcome back to the Scrunchy Day Podcast. Your host, Becky
Kaya. Hey, ladies. Yes. To drink or not to drink? That is the question. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people after the holidays, it's Thanksgiving and then Christmas and New Year's, and we're just drinking and eating. And
Okay, yeah,
a lot of people take January. They call it dry January.
Detox. Interesting. New Year's resolution time.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's
So
right.
a lot of people I know, they dry January and then they can just continue their sobriety moving forward. And then some people are waiting until the end of January 31st or whatever, and they can't wait to drink again. So
Yeah.
there's definitely
Yeah. I think all of us have a personal journey with alcohol.
Yeah.
And so we'll talk about that. We'll talk about some, fact that we see on the internet or things we've read, and then our influences with that.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and start. Want to start, Katie, with you?
Yeah, sure. So my journey with alcohol, I have always been just a social drinker and a lot of social drinking because I'm very shy by nature. So alcohol is a great way to loosen up and kind of be able to just, for me, I feel like it makes me
People can relate to that, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Stand there, let them drink in your hand. So September 28th, 2022.
Wow.
It was when we went to the beach. So even before that, I had been significantly cutting back my alcohol intake. Mine was simply in the beginning, one, a health thing, wanting to lose weight, wanting to be more healthy, detox my body. Secondly, my best friend was sober. She has her own alcohol-free journey. She's been sober almost 3 years now. So even having that support from her and just wanting to support her being sober was, something that I did in support of her.
Good friend. Look at you.
Yeah.
And then continuing that, it was because of these, with anxiety after church. My husband even will say that we would be just home, him and I drinking. There's nothing I could have done wrong, nothing I could have said to offend him, nothing happened. But I would wake up the next morning with significant anxiety, just could not feel like I was fight or flight. And I nicknamed anxiety.
Yeah.
So I just can't deal with that anymore. And whether that's just me being 30 or me just in this stage of life, it's not worth it to me. I miss alcohol a lot, just like a red wine. It's that, but for me, the pros outweigh the cons of these.
Right.
Alcohol is neurotoxin, but that was my motivation.
Starting. Yeah, that's it. I mean, just a friend. See, we talk about community all the time and friendships and relationships, not just, boyfriend, girlfriend stuff, but friends, or husband and wife stuff. Sometimes your friends can really jumpstart you on a lifestyle journey. So that's great. And your friend, I guess now, do you have that in common? With, now kind of you can what?
She had been my best friend for a very long time. And so she decided to get sober. It was for her own personal reasons. Right. But she is and was big in the bar community, just to go out and line dance and just be social, very social butterfly. So for her, I know drinking was a good way to be social. But then her and I both had to navigate going out sober, going out to the bar sober, trying to be social while still being sober.
Yeah.
For her, I don't think that was even a big deal at all. She's naturally just a social person. Me, it was really still difficult.
Yeah.
You don't have that as a safety net, even though it wasn't safe.
Yeah.
Is it?
It is. Well, and during the holidays when you go to people's houses and there's people drinking. Yeah.
Again, it's culture. Alcohol isn't all the marketing culture now.
Yeah. No, yeah. For me, 2021, July was my last drink. So, 3
years? Yeah.
Yeah. I drink a lot of wine and I also drink a lot of hard liquor. I was in the military. Yeah. And I'm from Miami, so I was a Miami party girl. So didn't never not drink. And it wasn't like a problem. It was just I was a party person, social person, even like before the pandemic, right before it shut down everything. Like I did that years and years at the club. I mean, what do you do there?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a huge like even now it's mind-boggling how much I've changed just because of that. Just stop to drink just because I was on that journey of natural living and also some personal reasons. And so I just felt like it made sense for me. I was transforming without even knowing it, my unconsciously, too. So it just fit. And I didn't even miss it after that. I was like, why was I so you get dependent on it. And I was so dependent on having a good time. People always say, you don't need to drink to have a good time. And people say it, but they don't really believe it.
Yeah. Yeah. Liquid encouragement.
So, yeah, but I just remember even at one point in time, I had to take medication that I couldn't drink at all. And I was like a baby about it. I was such a baby about it. I was like, what do you mean? I can't live.
Yeah.
No, I need to party. And it's just so dumb. So dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
People who know me personally for years if they're listening to this, yeah, Becky, yes, that was you. So, but yeah, I was always a sober kid anyways. Like I didn't start drinking in high school or anything like that. I was a sober kid, quote unquote, when it came to my friends, but it was after, like I matured. I'm not just not even a mature thing to do, but I was flourishing as an adult later, doing all the social things later. I was a loner in high school, so I wasn't like super social. And so I think like you, Katie, like liquid encouragement, like like that helped me be social, that helped me dance and have fun. I thought I needed it.
Yeah.
Places. Yeah. And it is just
I thought I needed it.
It's gotten better. It really has.
Since you've noticed.
Very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I felt like, so now that I haven't consumed alcohol, I don't know if I miss it, but I kind of the social aspect of that, when like wine, like you were saying, like it's not like hard liquor, But, I do too. I hated shots. Like I never liked shots. Like,
yeah.
That was a thing. Like everyone did like Jaeger, like or something like crazy or fireballs or some shit like that. Like I was like. Like all the time. My drink of choice was like rum or stuff like that, like sweet thing. And even my wine was sweet and some red, but like mostly sweet. So, but yeah, now I can't even can't relate to people now with a lot of things. But now that I'm a homesteader, I'm like I don't really relate to anybody. But drinking is a thing.
Yeah,
that people really even like at work. People socialize, like, hey, we're going to do this function at work or anything you can do.
After hours. Yeah.
Like stuff like that. It changes.
Yeah.
Like your the way, I don't drink. And people look at you like, what? In their mind. They kind of pass judgment.
I think when I tell people that I don't drink.
What do they say?
Or, and then in the beginning of whatever conversation or wherever I am, I just say no, thank you. Rarely am I ever pressured or pushed into it. Rarely am I ever where someone's like, oh, come on, just one won't kill you.
I think because you're around the right people. Yeah. You're around the supportive type. Yeah. To
just have one with us. That has never even been on the table.
Yeah.
It has always just been like, oh, you stopped drinking? Okay, great.
Good for you or something like that.
Questions. Like when I switched over back into eating meat, there was a question like, hey, are you drinking? Are you not drinking?
Yeah. Yeah.
Say most people in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's good. I mean, you need, like you said, being around the right people.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think when I was drinking, I wasn't around I was around party people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is not, is everybody involved? Now they're wonderful people.
Yeah.
They're not partying like how we were back in our early 20s. Of course not. People have kids.
We're old.
You see those memes and those stories, people posting like what we really do. Like, where do people in their 30s who don't drink?
Garden. We garden. Yes.
So I think all of that is inclusive. I mean, it really took the place of alcohol my mind wasn't there. It's like I have so many other things I want to do. I want to do that. I want to sit and do that.
And I think Kaya's a happy medium.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Different life phases. So I've been through quite a journey, fluctuating back and forth, and grew up in an alcohol-free home. So neither of my parents drank. Even during the holidays, it just was never a thing in our household. I had lots of family members that did, but just my parents didn't. And when I got to high school, dabbled and tried a couple of things. And then when I moved out on my own, I'm like, wow, what is this? And, you kind of jump off the deep end when you've been, sheltered, quote unquote. And I think everybody has had their, fair share of college days. I think this is a great opportunity, Katie, for our message out to the team that nothing we have.
Oh, disclaimer.
Our disclaimer. Yes. Thanks, Katie. No. And I mean, we all had, our time to explore and try things. And, I met my now husband about 10 years, almost 11 years ago. And, we had a journey together, and we both actually had a couple of times where we stopped drinking altogether. One time it lasted a month. One time it was a couple of months. I think the longest bout was maybe 6 months. And it was definitely great to detox. And then, as you mature and get older, we had kids, got into our careers and just are in a different place now. And, I don't drink to socialize. I do it to unwind. So I also use yoga to unwind and other things to unwind, meditate, but I use it as just, a nice glass of wine at the end of the day. And there are some days where I'm like, I don't need this. And what can I do in place? And yeah, I enjoy it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't need it. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Use the mom excuse like, oh, these kids.
No.
This is going to get us in trouble because a lot of women, I know some people I know personally.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
They pull that out of social media.
Yeah.
And there is a subgroup of people. Yeah. You see them on social media, you see them on TikTok. It's, if you have to fill up your Yeti cup full of wine to go to your kid's soccer game, I'm judging you.
That's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Just being young,
Yeah.
drinking at that time. But now I still see people my age doing that. And I'm just like, it's not, I'm sorry. If you're doing that, I love you, but I am judging you. That's not normal. So yeah, think immediately, oh, how can I drink to make this more? What way?
Yeah.
Ages are we're all in our 30s, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Comfortable with age.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I'm 30. Yeah, turning 31 in a couple of months. Yeah. Age is just a number. It's just a number. It's about how you feel.
It gives us like a timeline of like, yeah, you're in your early 30s and most people are either or. Yeah. Still in that phase or.
Yeah, but let's talk about like, what does it do to your body? So, right?
Well, yeah, Dr. Amen, shout out. We love him. You can on the socials.
Some people might have heard of him because he recently scanned the Kardashians.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
He does that because it brings that.
Yes.
The audience.
Brain scan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a doctor. He says he's a psychologist, but he scans brains and he's amazing. He's a doctor. So he's the one that you should listen.
Yes.
And yeah, he talks about that a lot. He has a lot of posts about alcohol and what it does to the brain. He's all about brain health. And so with the brain, I mean, it's a toxin.
Yeah.
And he just goes more into detail with that I'm not going to because I'm not a doctor.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is scientific proof of what it does to the brain. He scans brains. He can tell you if you have holes in your brain. He can see that something has changed.
Mm-hmm.
And alcohol is, it's not a good thing. And he doesn't he doesn't judge. He's just telling you the facts.
Yeah.
That's it. He's all about the facts. It's about science. He's a doctor and also psychologist. So it's even, I mean, that's a big psychological thing people have with alcohol. You know,
Yeah.
very.
Mhm.
Yes, people who have like issues or a family, like you said, you mentioned you come from a non-alcoholic home, Kaya, right?
Yeah.
So that's a thing, right? If you're like, I'm Spanish, huge Spanish culture. You know, they have parties, they
Mhm.
have alcohol involved. It's not that's a problem. It's just the way they celebrate. You know?
Yeah.
Like, holidays. It's not a bad thing. It's just that's culture. Like that's their culture. You
And
know?
I didn't grow up with who drinks. She doesn't really drink when I was a kid.
Yeah.
She didn't. My dad, I could probably count on one hand how many times I've seen that man have a beer.
Mhm. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Exactly. And so it's just the facts. I mean, if you check him out, Dr. Amen, he's great a resource to get like scientific facts.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just three women here with our
Yeah.
As far as like nutrition goes with alcohol, right? There's zero.
Oh yeah,
nutrition.
zero nutrition, a lot of calories.
Yeah. Mhm.
You know, there are studies that support that, but as
Right.
far as like liquor and beer and all of these things, zero nutritional value. It's very high in calories,
Yes.
very high in sugar
Mhm.
content.
Mhm.
Drinking these things daily or in copious amounts raises your insulin.
Yeah. Well, and all the food that you're eating while you're drinking too. It does. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, while you're drinking,
Right.
I read somewhere, I can probably find the study. Everybody who-
in our
But-
newsletter.
Yeah.
Scrunchy, watch out.
While you are drinking, your body is focused on getting this toxin out of your body and filtering the toxin. It kind of shuts off its weight loss abilities. So people, you know, people are trying to lose weight,
Yeah.
but they're like, oh, I'm drinking a couple beers on the weekend. You're kind of erasing all the hard work you just did.
Mhm.
All those calories you're eating while you're drinking because you have the munchies or you're trying to sober up or whatever it is, your body is not filtering the inside.
Yeah. So it affects your metabolism. Yeah. Yeah.
And I know in college I would wake up and be like, oh my God, I drank all night and feel so skinny. That's because I'm dehydrated.
Yeah.
Yes, it shrinks your brains.
And
Yeah.
the same day you will gain 5 pounds or more back because you're actually drinking water the rest of the day. So it is horrible for your metabolism. I mean, your fat loss
Yeah.
just goes out the window. Any nutritionist will tell you when you're drinking alcohol, it is one of the hardest ways to continue to drink alcohol and try to lose weight.
Yeah.
They don't go hand in hand.
Yeah, I think doctors will also say like I get it if you don't drink daily, but there's that one night that you binge. That's actually worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Very
so
heavy load on your liver.
yes, very. And I feel like we're all on our own journeys when it comes to natural living and things. But really, if you really want to have change, you just need to sometimes you stop, doing things that you feel like there is an issue with everything, mind, body, and soul. Like if it's interrupting your mind, body, and soul,
Right.
like don't do.
Yeah.
But it doesn't affect her.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was noticing inflammation. I was noticing brain fog. I was noticing anxiety. I mean, I could list 50 different symptoms I was having that I've seen disappear since stopping alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can compare my face now at this weight to my face at the same weight maybe 3 years ago when I was drinking. And there's
Night and day.
Yeah.
older than I did 4 years ago.
Mhm.
Than I do now. So it absolutely makes a difference on your just outward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the day-to-day life is important to understand. Like if you're drinking I've seen people like that's how they unwind every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
Unwinding once in a while, fine, but every day, every day.
Yeah.
So you're consuming a lot of alcohol, and also preservatives. Like,
Mhm.
like, do they really have like what's the ingredient?
Yeah. What is in that beer? What is in that wine?
There's no nutrition label.
There's no nutrition label.
And it's funny because I actually looked at my bottle of wine and there's no ingredients listed. So you have zero idea what preservatives are in that bottle. Nitrates. Yeah. Yeah.
Then grow your own hop.
So it's funny. So actually my husband, shout out Alex. So he's making his own homemade mead. Well, he selects what's going in there. So, our household, we try and do as much holistic and, organic. So, I mean, he is making organic mead because everything that's going in it is organic. We're going to actually use our own honey that's from our beehive to go into the mead, his mead journey. Yes.
Scrunchy BFFs, let us know.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to hear
In
from the
general.
husbands?
With men and women, that's also a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, like your husband drinks and you don't. Like, I want to know how.
Yeah.
There has to be a statistic out there. What sex actually does drink more than
Men. I don't know. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and even I would say mental health is huge, right?
Yeah.
That's a stigma on it. So
Yeah. Yeah. That's a big thing for first responders. Shout out to all you first responders and thank you for your service. We love you guys, but it is a big thing. Yeah.
Specifically,
I think they're first
they will
responders.
drink at 8:00 in the morning, go have a beer because they had a fire the night before. It's a
Yeah.
tradition. But their 8 a.m. is like our 8 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there can be a lot of judgment around drinking at 8:00 in the morning. I don't judge so much because I know I get the
like that's their culture.
but that's their culture. Exactly. They're winding down. They're trying to stress relief.
Yeah. They're like, I deserve this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad you bring that up because you're not just talking out of your ass. Like your husbands
Yeah.
are firefighters. You've seen this firsthand of things, and it's not that it's a bad thing. It's just that you're seeing the culture. That's like a tradition that you're never gonna stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
It's definitely.
Had someone ask my husband the other day, do you have any stress in your life? And he, without us skipping a beat, he's like, no. I'm like, what do you mean no? Your job is so stressful.
That should be definitely another episode, and we'll bring the guys in. Yeah.
We've said it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're scrunchies. But yeah, I feel like that's a super important to say just because there's so many factors when it comes to alcohol.
Yeah.
Your job.
Yeah. Well, and I think just from a scrunch level, just trying to be more holistic, it's like, how holistic is drinking? Like what you're putting in your body, what you're doing to age your body, what you're eating while you're out socially drinking. And it's like, are you being the best you? So that you normally wouldn't be. Are you looking at nutrition value of things while you're eating? No.
I remember those days.
Yeah.
In my bed, just laying down and like taking a piece of a nugget and putting it, stuffing it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But really, since stopping drinking, I mean, I used to have problems sleeping at night and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
More positive.
Yeah. Positive change. Yeah. Yes.
I think there's benefits to it.
Yeah.
Either way.
And I feel like, I know we talked about like blue zones, like
yes. And they don't drink.
I think they do.
Some of them do. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a culture thing. And I guess obviously there are some benefits of it, but I think it's different.
Yeah.
Maybe they're making it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This conversation with my husband, kind of close friends,
Yeah.
It's an interesting take. Once you get sober, a lot of people are like, I will never drink again. Like my best
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I feel that. I think.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Me, I don't necessarily have that feeling.
Yeah.
Because I may want to start again, but it may be
Different.
in moderation.
Mm-hmm.
Only certain alcohols, like red wine, like once a week or less. Or, I may put some like rules or
For yourself.
Yeah.
myself about
Yeah. Yeah.
we want to do this. But
Yeah. You're not going
Have
to
some
binge.
grace.
Like if you have one glass of wine, you do too much.
I think the key takeaway is moderation. And I think for every topic that we talk about, it's not about all or nothing. I think that it's all about moderation. So moderation in what you're eating, moderation in sustainability, moderation. And that's why we are scrunchy. We are not 100% crunchy. We are not 100% silky. We are middle of the road, moderate. And I think that that's kind of the baseline of this podcast is everything is in moderation.
Relate to 100% crunchy. Like that's just not
Yeah. Not
in
in this society. Not in this society. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
girls and 100% of your
yes.
Like, I mean,
That is a full time job.
it's a full-time
Living off the grid. I mean, that is the end goal, but when you are relying on society, it is odds working against you.
Yeah, I mean, that all gets into that. But yeah, with the alcohol thing, I mean, I think there is a story for everybody. Everybody has a story. And some people don't even care. Like, well, I'm going to still bake my sourdough and I love beer and I'm going to drink beer.
Yeah.
3 times a week.
Or
1 time a week or whatever. It's not like a judgment thing. It's just that at the end of the day, the facts are the facts.
Yeah. And we're sharing our stories, our opinions. Yeah.
So definitely, check out those people who are spreading the good word.
Yeah.
And educating you because that's all you can do. If anything, you'll be educated.
Yeah.
And
definitely. Yeah.
What it does. Yep. So like when it comes to alcohol, it's a huge topic. It's like you don't want to talk about it. Like you're not gonna just sit down and be like, so do you drink?
Right. It's one of those off topic things you're not supposed to talk about, like religion and politics. Take on it.
Maybe their alcohol intake.
Mm-hmm.
We're not calling everybody an alcoholic, by the way.
Right.
I'm not saying everybody's an alcoholic.
Right.
I'm just saying, certain people may have a problem and they don't realize it because they think it's normal because of marketing in our society.
Yeah.
Marketing is huge.
Wherever you look, it's here, have a drink, here's some alcohol, you deserve it. And it's like,
Yeah.
So, it makes it more acceptable and socialized to have a problem and not realize it.
Mm-hmm. I think I don't know, maybe there is a places where they actually like tax it more, or just like cigarettes, how like their prices have increased in certain places so they won't have buying it. I think that's like a thing where society can definitely do that. Obviously, they can mark up.
I think they already do.
Yeah, but people pay it. People pay it. Yeah.
I mean, back in the day in the club, this was like what, over 15 years ago, whatever. Crazy. I'm aging myself, but in the club, 1 drink. I remember me and my friend, we had to split it. It was $30.
Wow.
Glass.
Wow. Yeah.
$30. I'm like, okay, we split it.
Wow. Yes.
That was imagine how much.
Well, that's the thing too. So when my husband and I go out to dinner, if each of us have 1 drink, it probably doubles our bill. Yeah. For 1 drink. Yeah.
So, I mean, be mindful of prices. Finally.
Yeah.
We used to get drunk on Sundays and go antiquing. We would go to downtown
Yes.
bars and drink and antique, and it was so fun. But adults with no kids.
Yeah. Dink life.
We had the disposable income.
Yeah.
And we're trying to save money, and
Yeah.
as it was fun for a different stage of life. That is not my current stage anymore.
Yeah. I think we've all grown. I hope somebody listening or Scrunchy BFFs out there, I hope that one of us has inspired you, if anything, give you some tidbits.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you to completely stop. We're just giving us
Stop forever if that's not what I do either.
3 different perspectives.
Yeah.
So, and then, let us know in the comments. Let us know
about your journey. We would love to hear from you. Yeah.
Want to see how because I'm actually curious about that. Like with people, what are their thoughts on it?
Yeah.
Just like how we joke.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Famous looking at all these people.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We all have. Oh, I said we all have. Yeah. Yeah.
We have kids, you're like, don't do as I do, say this.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I feel like it's a good thing to talk about, have the conversations, and hey, maybe you'll be inspired.
Yeah. Well, thanks for listening, guys. Till next time. Bye.